What's up, everybody? It's your boy Will Games 215 underscore in the building, and today I am here with Eden Zero, chapter 132, Chrono Witch. Last where we left off, Ziggy basically attacked everybody inside of the virtual reality chamber. I'm ready for this chapter. I've been waiting. We're about to dive on in. But before we do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new and if you enjoy the video. Also, don't forget to check out my Walking Dead series that I'm currently playing on the channel, as well as some other videos that you see on the channel. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the video. On the cover page, we have both versions of Pino on top of a dolphin. And if you know, Pino's dream and goal on the ship is to actually become human. When they meet Mother, she's going to wish for a human body. So now, on the first panel, we have Homura, Shiki, Rebecca, Colleen, and remember, Jin escaped using his robotic arm from the training with Xenolith. And Ziggy says, Shiki. Grandpa? Says Shiki. How does Xenolith turn into Ziggy? Says Rebecca. Has he taken over the VR system? Says Homura. This is not good, Hermit. You need to untie us now, says Vase. And he puts his hand out. Vroom. Oh, so he. Oh! Did he like log everybody out and just left Shiki? What happened? Where did everybody go? Do you want someone to join you? Boing. Rebecca? And she felt okay. Is she passed out? Okay, so Rebecca has fallen into Xenolith, or in front of him. Shiki, you don't need to learn anything from Xenolith. I've already taught you everything you need. What do you think you will find if you go beyond that? So Rebecca is like knocked out. The path of gravity ultimately leads. Boom! Oh my god. So Rebecca is like slammed onto the ground to absolute nothingness. Ah! Oh wow. So he's basically torturing Rebecca right now. Stop! He's crushing her with his gravity. If you want to follow that path, says Ziggy, crack, 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 then allow me to show you. This happens when gravity is applied to the human body for a prolonged period of time. Ah! Rebecca! You see, her capillaries collapsed at a tremendous speed. If this continues, her internal organs will likely be crushed. I kind of feel like this is Xenolith's way of training Shiki to be able to use his ether gear without having to use his hands, because once your hands are tied, you can't really use your ether gear because it stops the flow of ether. I believe it's stated in the earlier chapters. So I kind of feel like this is Xenolith using Ziggy's powers because he's gravity as well. So I kind of feel like this is him crushing Rebecca to get Shiki to go to that next level. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm thinking right now. Shiki shaking, twitch, twitch. Observe, though it may be difficult for you to watch as I crush her face. Snap. This is the power of gravity. And Shiki snaps out of the ropes, and he has like a smile on his face. Boom, clash. So Shiki goes in for a punch, and he blocks it, and he transforms back into Xenolith, as I expected. And that's actually what I thought. Not bad, Shiki. Huh? You activated your ether gear despite your restraints, and managed to escape. Wow. How did you do that? I'm truly impressed. So he really wasn't crushing Rebecca. Shiki's like, what? So now just tie me up the normal way, right? Right? The way you're tied up, it's creepy, says Colleen. Because if you remember, Last chapter, uh, Vase wanted all the girls to be tied up in like these uh, sexually suggestive poses, and they ended up tying him that way. so, so Vase doesn't want to be tied up like this anymore, and Khalid say he's like a creep, and Jen says, "Stay away from Khalid, you pervert." Guys, huh? What's going on? I thought you, says Shiki. We're in a virtual reality simulator, remember? I can show you any reality I like. Like this, he transforms back into Ziggy, and this, he transforms into I forgot Plu from Fairy Tale, and this, he transforms into Couchbo. Then Grandpa and Rebecca holograms made by yours truly. Sorry about that. That's not funny, says Shiki. I let it slide this time because I figured it out right away. She's is Hermit eating french fries. But warn me next time. You freaked me out. Still, I can hardly believe it. Rebecca, I'm so glad you're okay. Shiki, you're suffocating me. Could you stop clinging? To think he will overcome those restraints so quickly. He is indeed a worthy heir to Ziggy's power. Perhaps I can trust him with Maggie Mech's ultimate secret technique, Black Sky. I wonder if that's the technique that he actually just used. Now, let us continue the training. I, I too must undo these strengths, says Rebecca. Whatever, just tie me up the normal way again, says Vase. Moskoy. And everybody says, I'm pooped. Is the old geezer trying to kill us or what? I've not trained so well in quite some time, says Homura. And we're going to do this for 6 more days. Good work, says Laguna. If you guys remember, Laguna was the only one who didn't train. I feel like he's stronger than he's letting on. And that's the only reason he really didn't train with them. I feel like he's stronger than they're letting on. You should train with us, Laguna Reno, says Colleen. Yeah, I'll think about it. And hey, you're cute when you smile. Stop hitting on my sister, lowlife. Jin's character has done like a complete 180. Like he had personality, but it was like a dark personality. Now we're starting to see his true personality of how he feels when it comes to his sister, how he wants to protect her and make sure nothing bad happens to her. And I feel like Laguna's being an ass on purpose to piss Jin off. Tomorrow will begin your real training, says Xenolith. Seriously, says Vase. I look forward to it. And Homer bows. Oh yeah, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. And we have sister. Oh yeah, you know training's fine and all, but maybe we should use that time to look for the relic on Farista. Oh, that was the whole purpose of them going there. I completely forgot with everything that happened on Farista that they have to look for these relics. And I kind of felt like Mishima kind of forgot too. So this is his way of like, oh yeah, we still got to look for relics. Relic? You mean from Mother, says Xenolith. Yes, we came to Farista in search of clues to help us find Mother, says Witch. Oh, rummage. You really want these things. And he has, it's like a bottle cap. Then I can give you as many as you need, huh? What is that, says Shiki. A bottle cap? It's a relic, says Xenolith. Huh? Whoa. The Mother Ether is definitely reacting, says Happy. This is a genuine relic, says Pino. No, no, no. Look at it. It's just a piece of junk, says Vase. You can find these things all over the place on Farista. Huh? This name relic makes them sound big and the name relic makes them sound big and fancy, but they're really just things like this. All it means is that they are items that were on Mother. On Red Cave, we found a candelabra, a candelabria on Farista. On Farista, a bottle cap, and both are the size used by humans. Does that mean people live on Mother, or maybe they used to? I bet you Mother is probably an android. Well, duh, by her design. But I bet you Mother is like nothing like people's idea of Mother is that she is like this big, vast, godlike being, and I feel like when we actually meet her in the story, she's going to be like a regular human being, basically. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, but I feel like she's going to be normal in a sense, you know. Like I don't know, like I don't want to say like nothing special, but I kind of feel like she's going to be relatable basically. She's going to be like a relatable person. She's not going to be like a super big being that's like I'm better than you, bow down to me. She's probably going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's just things that people make up about me." You know, some type of thing like typical shonen thing, you know. And Shiki says, "But now we're one step closer to finding her." Rebecca says, "Anyway, I'm going to take a bath. I'm drenched in sweat. Whew, I'm hot. You, girl captivated by gravity. Huh? Your ether powers are weak." No damn duh. Captivated by gravity? What is that supposed to mean? I'm not that into Shiki, okay? You will require more intensive training than the others. Well, what do you expect? They've had their powers for forever. I only just learned how to use an ether gear a little while ago. Her power is weak, but is the most special. Special enough to change the world, as they keep saying. Uh, when Eden Zero first came and Rebecca, because the next panel is her in the bath. Um, when we first got introduced to Rebecca and she got on the Eden Zero and she got into the bath, when her ether activated, it was a blast. Then it turned time based. So he's saying her ether gear is special. I'm wondering how special it is. I mean, we know how. I'm not going to say how special. We know the two layers of her ether gear. Right now, her ether gear cat leaper allows her to go back in time. One, she can create multiple worlds because in the beginning of the Belegor arc, Draken calls her number 29. Then later in the arc, he calls her number 30. Then it's revealed that she traveled back in time, but by her traveling back in time, she actually created a different world unknowingly. Then on Forista, with her power, we seen her go back in time and it started to cause damage. Then she was able to figure out how far back she can go without it doing damage. And I believe it's only like a couple seconds. But a couple seconds in a fight, as we know with Luffy versus Katakuri, mean everything. So once Rebecca gets stronger, I feel like she'll be a top contender in the Eden Zero crew. And she says, "Look, I know I'm weak, okay? Still, I have to go on adventures if I want to get good videos. And if I want to go on adventures, I need powers." Her ether gear activates and she stands up. "All right, I'm going to do this." So she's training in you know why I love this? Because she's not trying to be the typical I want to be saved all the time. I want to rely on everybody else's power. I want to accomplish my goals with my own strength. So she's throwing punches, she's throwing kicks, and whack. That's the spirit, Lady Rebecca. As she throws her kick, Witch blocks it. That's the spirit, Lady Rebecca. Witch? This water in the bath has ether activating properties. Soaking in it every day will cause your powers to increase of their own accord. But training here will amplify that effect. You don't mean I do. You will train here in the bath every day, and with my help, Lady Rebecca, you will be a Chrono witch. Oh my God, yes! This cannot be my thumbnail because it is very, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like getting the video in my head, but I feel like Rebecca can be strong to the point where if she is going to be like Zhao Mei. I feel like Zhao Mei has a time ether or a variation of Cat Leaper that she has. That's just how I feel right now. I feel like when Rebecca becomes a Chrono Witch, she'll be able to, if somebody throws an attack at her, she'll be able to stop the time. Then she'll be able to redirect, or she'll be able to speed herself up, slow her opponents down. The possibilities are endless, and I like how Witch is saying you'll train here while everybody else will train in the VR. But I feel like she should train in the VR and she should train outside of the VR in the bath. Um, I like it. I like it. A Chrono Witch, but could you at least take the mask off in the bath? Oh dear, how silly of me. I feel like that's not the end. I feel like there's more to it. I feel like there's more to this chapter. Um, Let me see if I can find, because I don't think that's the end of the chapter. Actually, let me look on my Okay, so I paused it because I was like, let me look, and I went on like two different websites, and I think that is the end of the chapter. She says, "Take off your mask." She said, "Oh dear, how silly of me." I'll probably come back and check like another different like another day, and it'll probably upload or something because today the chapter came like it's the first day of the chapter, but that looks like it's the end. Um, this was a really good chapter. Um, Rebecca becoming a Chrono Witch, I'm like really living for. Rebecca has had some of the best character development. If you guys know Black Clover, second to Noelle. Like, Noelle's had great character development. I feel like Rebecca's getting really good character development because when we first met her, she was just a beekeeper on going on adventures, not useful in any way. Excuse me. And then she met Shiki. Then she started going on adventures. Then she started to find out more about herself. And I feel like the more she travels, the more she'll find out about herself. Because I don't believe that she's from the Sakura Cosmos. I really don't. And I don't believe Shiki's from the Sakura Cosmos, which is kind of confirmed. But I don't believe Rebecca is from the Sakura Cosmos because when we met her, she was on Norma. We don't know how she got there. All she said was that her parents died or they gave her up or something like that. So I feel like the longer the story goes, the more they adventure, the more we'll figure out about Rebecca. This was a really good chapter. I'm calm right now because I feel like I'm missing pages, but it's okay. I'll come back and I'll reread. Rebecca's gonna be a Chrono Witch. The art in Eden Zero is so good. Mishima just has to do fan service. Like it's just in his nature. So you know how that goes. But this is a really good chapter, y'all. Really good chapter. I like how they're focusing on Shiki and Rebecca, y'all. I really do. Like everybody else is getting their moment, like getting their moments. But I like how they're focusing on Shiki and Rebecca. Shiki's showing promise by being able to work out of the ether gear as fast. Xenolith points out that her ether is weak, but she has the most unique and special ether gear out of the whole crew. Witch sees her potential. And I kind of feel like Witch is the strongest Starshine. Then I felt like it was Valkyrie. Because I feel like they always said Valkyrie was the strongest one, but I low key feel like it was Witch. But her major role wasn't to be a fighter. Because the vibes I'm getting, or if she wasn't the strongest, she was the second strongest. Because the vibes I'm getting from her, she said, "I'm gonna train you, and you're basically gonna be a time witch." I love it. But that's gonna do it for this reaction. I should. I just have an idea for a video. I'm gonna have to like write my notes down. I'm gonna probably have to go back through the series and read stuff and get because there's a video I think I want to do. I feel like Rebecca and Xiaomei are going to tie in at some point in time. And I feel like when they were in the Midland Coliseum, Xiaomei kind of saw it, but you know, she was too focused on having like delicious match. I think that's what she kept saying. But that's going to do it for this reaction. So glad that Eden Zero is back. Um, be on the lookout for The Walking Dead. I'll probably do a stream on that because I think this is the last week of overtime. I'm not sure at my job. So I may be able to do more streams. I'm looking for another game to play because I don't think I'm going to continue with Control. I might play that in like my phone time. I do kind of want to finish it on the channel because I have two games that I started on the channel that I did not finish. Um, and I think that was Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I played that in my off time, and the only reason I stopped playing it on the channel was because of them threatening to take channels down and or give copyright strikes. So that's why I stopped playing it on the channel because I really enjoyed that game. And Control will be the next one. Control is a really good game. I feel like I might come back to it at some point in time. I feel like a game should and make me be like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like with The Walking Dead, I'm loving it right now. So, like, I'm gonna start season 3 at some point, and be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for One Piece, and whenever Black Clover comes out, I'm gonna do my reaction on Black Clover. I did read last chapter, um, even though I forgot to do the reaction. I did read it. The gang's coming forth. I'm ready for it. So be on the lookout for those things. It's your boy Will Games 215 underscore. I am out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the chapter as well. I can't believe I almost forgot that because I like interacting with you guys. So peace, everybody.